Hey guys, it's your best fight friends. I'm Kelsey. That's Rachel.
Why is your voice so deep? We're going to talk today. We're going to do a forward-looking show. What happened with UFC 254
What
in
happened?
that the lightweight division title is now vacant. And so what would we like to see the UFC moving forward? And Kelsey, I'd like you to share your idea.
About what I want to see from the UFC moving forward?
Yeah, well, you already...
Even more fights! I want fights every single day!
You already talked about it. You wanted to see some kind of...
a lightweight tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important for the UFC not just to take the lowest hanging fruit, which would be to put Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier in their rematch and have that be for the vacant title, but to let more fighters participate in the crowning of a new champion, because Khabib Nurmagomedov was head and shoulders above the rest of them. But the rest of them is a really deep, talented squad of McGregor, Poirier, Tony Ferguson, Dan Hooker. There's Michael Chandler, who just came over from Bellator. There's a lot of good fighters in that division that I would like to see duke it out to see who the best, the second best lightweight in the world. Now that, well, first best if Khabib's retired, but see who's the new champion. That's how they should do the new champion. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll just pick a fight, maybe, or they'll do a shortened version of that. But I think it's important for that to happen, Rachel. And I'm going to talk about it in as long a way as possible without even saying very much.
Has UFC done tournaments before?
That's how it's all started, Rachel. You know that from UFC.
Well, I know that, but in the, let's say the modern era, can I use that term? The modern era of
They
UFC.
don't do a lot of they don't do a lot of Grand Prix, like the Bellator is a promotional company that's in the middle of at least one with the featherweight Grand Prix. They might be, they run those a lot. The UFC, for whatever reason, maybe doesn't do that as often. At least in the last, year that I've covered the UFC. I don't know. Maybe 5 years ago they did. If you know, let us know. I have no idea. But I know that in the industry today, most people don't think that they're going to run a tournament. However, I've seen people suggest it as an idea, and I love it. Tony Ferguson, that was his idea before Khabib retired. He wanted a tournament.
Okay, here's my thing.
Think about Mortal Kombat. We already got an island.
On Tony Ferguson saying it, I kind of think that's somebody who's outside and wants to get in. He's like, hey, have a tournament. And
Justin
then
Gaethje,
that way I can be part of it. So I just felt like that was just a way to I just think that it's I don't see the UFC doing it. And it seems kind of ridiculous to me, given how deep the division is why would any of those guys want to do that?
Want to do a tournament?
Well, the guys who are least likely to be chosen to compete from the title will want to do a tournament. But why would Conor McGregor want to do a tournament? No, he's not going to want to do that. And what if he says no? It seems highly, highly unlikely to me.
I didn't say it was likely. I said that would be best.
I don't know, Rachel, if it would be best.
It would be best.
I don't know.
Otherwise, how does Conor McGregor jump over Justin Gaethje? Conor McGregor's won one fight in the division in the last 2 or 3 years against Cowboy Cerrone, who both Gaethje and McGregor finished one round, except Gaethje also beat up Tony Ferguson.
Yeah. And
there's no shame in losing to Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Well, this is what I don't understand. UFC is all-inclusive. It's not like in boxing where you have all these different promoters and you have these different ranking systems, right, between the belts and the ring and T-Burb and all this. Isn't UFC inclusive? Who's 1 and 2? Have them fight. I don't understand what the thing is. Don't they rank the fighters in their divisions? I've seen
we
them.
haven't. The rankings I don't think have dropped yet. I think they drop on Tuesdays. Is that right? They drop once a week. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Is Justin Gaethje going to be ranked below? I mean, he can't be ranked below Ferguson, I can't make a good argument that he should be ranked below McGregor either, because even though he lost to Khabib in the last year, Justin Gaethje's had a heck of a year. Had he beaten Nurmagomedov, he would have been the fighter of the year easily.
Well, I'm just saying it's not up to us to determine the rankings. That's what the UFC does. And they're going to determine the rankings. It's not like they're going to come out with the rankings and be like,
the UFC's ranking system
we're not really sure, guys.
Is minimally probably flawed.
Well, I get that. I'm just saying that they're all inclusive. So it doesn't make sense to me how if you had fighter A ranked 1, fighter B ranked 2, and then you're like, we're gonna have fighters 2 and 4 fight for the title. Like, why would you do that? It doesn't make sense to me.
But that's what that happened in recent history in the.
Well, yeah, wasn't it Jose Aldo who got picked because he was like a
all
bigger
the time
name
in the UFC? That's why people think that it might be Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor, because Dustin Poirier is, I think, the highest ranked contender, or he was before this last fight. He's the number, however they have it, because it was the champ and then their interim champ, and then your first contender was Dustin Poirier, a well-deserved spot. Conor McGregor's not right after that, and he's a little further down.
I guess I just find that ridiculous, and so
that's what they do.
UFC's all-inclusive. They have their fighters ranked. They should just be
Conor
easy.
McGregor is
1 and 2.
It's the same
and if Conor McGregor wants to keep his star power, then he should be fighting and keeping
tournament.
His name
Exactly, Rachel.
at the top of the rankings.
Exactly. It should
I'm
be
just
in a
saying
tournament.
a tournament is unnecessary if you rank your fighters.
If
you're not going to rank your fighters, then fine. Have tournaments all the time.
I think the only way that this really should be solved is we need to go back to UFC 1 rules. We need to get all of the best lightweights somewhere on a weekend.
Wait, there were no weight classes then, right?
I'm not done. Strip down the rules. No groin strikes. Probably don't hit in the groin strikes. If you want to wear just a single boxing glove down there, that's cool. Hey, you know what? You don't have to weigh in. Whatever. Let's just get after it, and hopefully whoever wins can weigh in for the next fight, or they'll lose their championship on the scale, I guess. Maybe I didn't think that through.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you didn't think it through when you started watching this video today. I don't know. But you should go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to our channel so that you don't have to think anymore and you can just watch Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel.
Thanks.